Power to the truth. I want to express myself now on creating a circle of compassion. I am, first of all, a humane being. I strive to have care, concern, and compassion for all living beings. All living beings. Even those who others say we're supposed to hate. I look at people as family. Now, I'm not living in a dream world. It's just a way that I have of looking at people that makes it easier for me to relate to them. Sometimes people drive me nuts. Sometimes they irritate me. Sometimes they arouse my anger, and I'm not there yet, but I'm trying to get rid of my capacity for hating. Hating one individual. And I still hate evil. Yet I do not automatically hate the one who manifests evil, because I know where evil comes from. I want to read a quote by Albert Einstein, 1879 to 1955. So bear with me. A human being is a part of the whole, called by us universe. A part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings, as something separated from the rest. A kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion, to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. Nobody is able to achieve this completely, but the striving for such achievement is in itself a part of the liberation and the foundation for inner security. I'm going to try to memorize this. The ideal here to me is that we need to see ourselves as humane beings, beyond just a human being. A human being could be a two-legged carnivorous animal. Though we still remain animals, I believe that a great leap forward for humankind would be for us to strive to be ever more humane, ever more loving, ever more caring, ever more compassionate, and to not have this automatic conditioning that we have had embedded into our psyche of labeling people in terms of so-called race, class, sex, nationality, sexual orientation, and to realize that we are one family, and to treat each other as family. This is often hard in our own blood family. Sometimes people are having a bad day. Life is often stressful. So they take it out on each other. The projection. And sometimes we do that to our own blood family. I guess you figure, well, they'll forgive us. And we certainly do that to strangers. If they're not of our kind. When we are all of humankind. Not mankind necessarily. It's another manifestation of the male-dominated patriarchal society that we live in. It's humankind, which includes women, which includes children. And even evolving beyond that to look at all living creatures as what I call creatures of the Creator. And another separation is religion. Like when I said Creator. And if you're an atheist, there he goes talking about religion, that religion crap. That's okay. Don't worry about it. And we learn to respect each other's opinions, even if they differ from our own opinion, to respect their right to express that opinion, to not always have to get the last word, to not always have to be right, and thereby making someone else wrong, and to not let surface separations split us apart as family. And this isn't easy. We're raised in a dog-eat-dog world. I'm going to F you before you F me. Many people sing that song, me, 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 instead of we, 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 we. Silly. Yet we're at the point now where I really believe that you're an endangered species. And there is a potential for us to suffer mutual destruction, and we could become extinct as a species. Now, actually, as much as we're collectively destroying the earth, if humankind were to become extinct, it might not be the worst thing that ever happened to Mother Earth. Think about that. I think of the children. Children who haven't even had a chance to grow, to explore, to go through their teenage years, and to go through their love life, and just the whole drama, trauma, craziness of living a life. And we want to make sure that there is a future for them, and that we create a good world for them to be in. A big part of that is going to be our collective consciousness coming together. Us seeing that all of us, all living beings, all species of life have a right to be here. And we're all important. We can look at what's happening to the elephants, what's happening to the bees, what's happening in the Amazon. So I relate to politics and stuff, yet I think that what's going on goes a lot deeper than just politics. And if we just seek political solutions to what is really an ecological situation, then we're not going to see the big picture. Mercy, mercy me, the ecology. So in a way, at the risk of labeling myself, I am an environmentalist. And as much as I care about the environment, the trees and the bees, I see that us as humane beings, we have the greatest potential to do the most good, and at the same time, we are doing the most damage. I believe in animal rights, since I am an animal too, and helping dogs, cats. I used to work for animal control, and the worst thing about that, it wasn't the dogs and cats, it was the people. Those who don't take care of their so-called pets. I think pets should be more like living companions, family. And this is all interconnected. Every single issue is interconnected with all other issues. That's the nature of life. How we euthanize pets in animal control centers. We do that with humans too. So we got to look at the death penalty, the validity of that. I admit there are some people that I think should be killed, who have done terrible, horrible, evil deeds. But it's not my call. So, I don't have all the answers, but I have a few. And I believe one is to evolve in our consciousness from being only a human animal into being a conscious, humane being. I still remain a Chicano de Aztlán and que viva la raza. Yet, in the big picture, I see that we need to raise our consciousness above any form of racialism, any form of nationalism, any form of ethnic centricity, and to see that, stuff is getting so severe and so serious, and so many are so apathetic that it really worries me. I see where people are not paying attention to matters that they should pay attention to. Matters that involve them personally, and involve their families, and involves their environments. So there needs to be a heightening of our consciousness. We can start there. And no, we can't feed everybody right now. No, we can't give every child a clean glass of water. At least we can work on changing ourselves within. Becoming aware and raising our consciousness so that we have the wisdom to create a circle of compassion for all living beings. All living beings. Even Dick Cheney. It's getting that bad. So just learn to be open-minded. Don't be frozen in fear. And create a circle of compassion in your life. Thank you for your time and attention. I hope this was worth my time and attention. It was to me. So feel free to leave comments below and just widen your circle of compassion. If you don't have one, create a circle of compassion. This is not brain science. It might be love science. Namaste.